So this is the Valentine's Day Kissing Gnome card. I cut this piece of plastic out the same width as my template and I left it a little bit long. So this is just plastic packaging from a paper pack. I'm going to put double-sided tape on the top of my piece of plastic. I got my sticky side or my double-sided tape at the top. So you're pulling it upwards but not too tightly and sticking it to itself. That's a nice movement. I'm just going to snip off the excess. So this is my little Valentine's Day couple. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen two of my pieces. So I've got my pull piece. I'm just going to glue it to a piece of craft board that is the exact same shape and size. Make it nice and sturdy. And I'm going to reinforce my little kissing lady. So I'm just gluing it to the reinforcing piece that's the exact same size and shape. I've taken these little tiny pieces, and there are 4 of them in the file, and I've glued them back to back in a stack, and I've tried to glue them as much as possible on top of one another. And they are going to go on the back of my little lady. I've glued them on so that they're at the level where her arm is outstretched. So this is my base piece. It's just a plain rectangle, and I put 2 layers of foam tape on both sides. And I put as close to the edge as I possibly can. And then this is my mechanism piece, the one with the plastic, and I've put foam tape as close as I could to the edge lengthwise on both sides as well. I'm taking my backing off the foam tape on one side, and I'm making sure that the seam from my plastic is right along the edge here on the left hand side. I'm putting my mechanism as far as I can. I'm centering it and putting it as far as I can on the left hand side. So these pieces are even. I'm just putting double-sided tape over the seam of where I attached my plastic piece to itself. Then I'm going to grab my card cover, and you have one side where the slot is pretty close to the edge, and on the right hand side there's quite a distance between the end of the slot and the edge of the card. So you want the thin edge to be on the left hand side. I'm going to take the backing off my double-sided tape. I'm making sure that my tape is as far as it will go on the left hand side. I'm placing my pull so that it's centered vertically and that this edge is right against the edge of my card. So when I pull my card, it just moves freely. And then I'm going to take my little girl gnome, and she has those little raised pieces on the back of her. Raised pieces go into that little slot, and there's a little tiny rectangle. So you're just putting glue on the back of those raised pieces, and then you're taking that little rectangle. It's basically a stopper to keep her in her track. And then we're going to put a piece of double-sided tape on the back. So she's already in her track. I'm going to remove the liner from the double-sided tape behind my little gnome lady. I'm also going to remove the backing from the foam tape along the edge of the mechanism on the top and along the mechanism in the bottom, because I'm going to put my little lady as far as I can, and I'm going to position my card so that it's directly over the base. And I'm going to push down on the edges, and I push down where her extended arm is, because I know that's where the double-sided tape is. So all being well, we pull on our hard piece. We get to glue on her little boyfriend. The easiest way to do this is to extend it where it belongs and position him where he would be. And he's in perfect position for a smooch. So I'm just going to put glue on the back of him. So she's raised up just a little bit so that her hand reaches over to him. And we're just going to slide him underneath just like so.